Good morning. Today we were going to be learning about theme, similes, reading a book, and practice spelling words, as well as doing a little bit of reading comprehension. So for theme, we talk about theme in our story this week. Theme is to find the message within a story. So you're finding out the main purpose of the story or the lesson behind the story. So I just quickly want to give you a brief little insight on theme, and I made mine a little movie edition. So some movies that you might have heard of, they're all Disney movies, and we're going to find the theme of the movie. So this is theme of a story, movie edition. So the first movie we have is Ratatouille. If you've ever seen that, think about what is the main purpose of the story? What is the message? What is the movie trying to tell you? Ratatouille. So actually the theme of Ratatouille is do not take credit for what you did not do. So if you've ever watched the movie, you know what happens? Who's the actual chef in the movie? Right, the mouse and not the man. And a lot of things go wrong, so the moral or the lesson of the story is do not take credit for what you did not do. Let's look at our next one. We have Finding Nemo. Dory, Marlin, they're swimming through the ocean. Marlin loses Nemo and they go finding and exploring all over the ocean. And they run into a lot of obstacles, right? They meet sharks and they go on a boat. So what is the theme of the story? It's don't give up, just keep swimming. So even though they had many obstacles in the story, or the movie, excuse me, they still kept persevering and kept doing um, and traveling until they found Nemo. Let's look at our next one, Tangled. Lots and lots of hair. What would the theme of this movie be? Get out of your comfort zone. So remember at the beginning, she's in this tower and she's never left before and she's nervous, but she does it. And she finds a lot of great things when she leaves. So get out of your comfort zone. The next one, Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. What could the theme of this movie be? Don't judge a book by its cover. Even though the beast was like a buffalo beast thing, he still was a prince that was cast a spell on him. So don't judge a book by its cover. Even though he was a beast, he was still very loving and caring and a good person. And our last one, Brave. What could the theme of this one be? Family is forever. So those are just some examples that might help you relate what theme is when we're talking about books as I related them to movies. So the next thing I'm going to show you is we're going to talk about theme in the story that we read yesterday. So this is just a brief summary. The theme of a story is the author's message. Think about what the characters do and say. Use these key details to help you figure out the theme. So it says find text evidence. Ooh, so once it says find text evidence, I think that means I need to go back into the book. So let's read what it asks first, and then we will actually go back into the book, and Mrs. Bliley highlighted some key points. So it says, in sailing to America, Mama and Dot dreamed of living in America. I think this is an important detail about the theme. I will reread to find more key details, then I can figure out the story's theme. Okay, so let's look at what they put for a detail to prove that this was their dream of sailing to America. It was Mama and Dot's dream to live in America. Pa goes first. Nora tells Danny that America will be the land of their dreams. Okay, so why will America be the land of their dreams? Let's look back into the book. Sailing to America. Okay, so Mrs. Wiley read this to you yesterday. Let's look and see why this would be the land of their dreams. Something that we could put in the box below. Mrs. Wiley's just going to talk about it, but if we were in school, we would write about it also. That Daw will find work. So we know that right now, currently, Daw does not have work. And if we remember from the story, they didn't have a lot of money. When they were on the boat, they got a very thin, thin blanket, and they were so thankful for it. So that is just one thing that shows that they didn't have a lot of money. So America will be a dream to them because their dad will be able to work and provide for them or give them money so that they can have things that they need. I also went back and highlighted, if Mrs. Bliley can scroll down, There will be enough food to eat. Mama and Dog can relax and not worry so much. We'll all have a better life. America will be the land of our dreams. So there's quite a few things that we could put in the text boxes to prove that America would be a dream for them. So first of all, they'd have enough food to eat. That's a huge thing, silly thing that you and I don't really think of. But if you don't have enough food to eat, that would be a dream to go and travel somewhere and live there and be able to have food to eat every single day. Also, um, it says Ma and Da won't worry anymore. That's a huge thing also, and they will have a better life there. So those are all things that we could have put in our text box. Oops, wrong tab. To prove that America would be a dream for them. So Mrs. Bliley's just doing it out loud today, but if we were at school, we would do it. We would do some writing. So now I am going to jump to similes. Ooh, what is a simile? Have you ever heard that word before? Simile. Mrs. Bliley can find the tab. I will share it with you. Mrs. Bliley's got a lot of tabs going on right now. Okay, so what is a simile? What are they? What does it mean? And does it sound like any other words? Simile kind of looks like smiles, but it's actually pronounced simile. So this is what a simile is. A simile compares two things. So simile is a comparison of two things using the words like or as. So compares two things together, uses the words like or as. You can always identify a simile if it has the word like or as. Okay, let's look at some examples. A simile, we have some nice giraffes here. A simile is a comparison of two things using the word like or as. Let's look at our example. Tall as a giraffe. They use the word as. They're comparing tall and giraffe together, saying as tall as a giraffe. Okay, let's look at this cute little baby. He was crying like a baby. So they're comparing crying and baby using the word like to compare them. Ooh, let's look at these cactus. So, as blank as a cactus. Look what we say, as pointy as a cactus. Cactus. We could compare pointy, because cactuses are pointy, and cactus using the word as. Now we have this kangaroo. She can blank like a kangaroo. Jump like a kangaroo. Kangaroos jump. Jump, comparing jump and kangaroo with the word like. Okay, so let's look at our final examples. As hot as ice. Is that a simile? No, because ice is not hot, but if we said as cold as ice, yes, that would be a simile. The socks are stripy like a bee. Stripy and bee are compared using the word like. As square as a pancake, no. But if it said as circle as or as round as a pancake, we would be comparing round and pancake with the word as. She smelled like a rose. Yes, smelled, rose compared with like. Red as snow, that's not a simile, but if we made it white as snow, white and snow compared with as. So remember, similes are comparing two things using the words like or as. Okay? So you have a follow-up activity to do after this lesson to see or check for your understanding. So simile, comparing two things using the words like or as. We are going to jump to reading comprehensions. Let me just exit out of this. Mrs. Wiley's going to read, and then I'm going to talk about the answers and how we can find them. So it says, a new friend. It was Kim's first day at a new school. She felt shy. It's too hard to make new friends, she thought. Hi, my name is Sam, said a boy. Are you new? Sam was not shy at all. I'm Kim, said Kim. Do you like baseball, Kim? Asked Sam. My friends and I play after school. You can join us. I love baseball, said Kim. I'll be there. Then she thought, it's not so hard to make friends after all. How are Kim and Sam different at the beginning of the passage? Okay, so we talk about there's some things that are underlined. Let's look back. She felt shy. Sam was not shy. So let's think about it. How are they different? Kim is shy. She's a little timid. She's nervous. Sam is not. He's like, hey, how are you? He's pretty outgoing. Would you like to come play with us? That is how they are different. Number 2, how does Kim change from the beginning to the end of the passage? So let's think in the first. Okay, let's look at the first. It's too hard to make new friends. She's feeling really shy. She's nervous. It's a new setting. It's a new school. She's a little scared. At the end, let's listen to what she says. It's not hard to make friends at all. Okay, so someone enjoyed or invited her to play a game, and she's like, this isn't so bad after all. I was worried for nothing. I made new friends. Last, let's look at what is the main idea of this passage. What is the main idea of this passage? Be kind, be nice to new people. Don't worry. She was so worried. There are many main ideas to this, and you could support a multiple of them. Okay, so there are some activities for you to do today. You have a simile activity, a reading comprehension activity, a spelling practice, and you have one more. Oh, a genre. So just reading about it, about a passage. Mrs. Bliley's actually going to create another video because I ran out of time on this one. And I'm going to read the story, The Promise of Gold Mountain to you. And we'll talk a little bit about that. So please watch the second video for your lesson today. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. Please remember your support time slot is 11 to 11:30 so I can help you with your classwork. All right, have a great day.